Hi everyone. Happy Saturday. How are y'all doing today? It is live day 68. Yesterday I only went live on TikTok. Today I decided to bring everybody back on. So if this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach and I help women be super intentional with their money so that they can reach their financial goals and do more of what they want. I help women save money and I also help women to make money. I am on a quest to go live every day for a year, so 365 days. Oh gosh, what am I on? So yeah, I'm going live every day for a year. Sorry, I tried to move my chair and then got stuck on something. Today is day 68. And for today's live, I want to share with you 3 ways you can make $100 this week. So if you want to make an extra $100 this week, put some money signs in the chat. I have 3 tips and a bonus tip. So 3 out of these 4 tips you can do completely on your own. You can actually make as much as you want. The other one requires you to work with some other people. But for today, I'm going to teach you 3 ways or share with you 3 ways that you can make $100 this week. So if you're interested in making $100 this week, go ahead, drop some money signs in the chat. I'd love to see who's here. Also, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know down in the comments where you're watching from. And if you want to make $100 this week, put some money signs in the chat. So I'm going to share 3 ways that you can make, and a 4th way, a bonus way, that you can make $100 this week. Let me scroll down. So I'm going to go ahead and dig right in. I ain't gonna hold y'all because me and Kinsley are supposed to have part 2 of movie night. We're actually gonna go and watch Twitches 2 because we watched Twitches last night. We're gonna watch Twitches 2 and eat ice cream. We're probably gonna eat ice cream before our dinner. But don't tell her that. Tell me what? Nothing. Okay, so if you want to make $100 this week, put money signs in the chat. And let's start with number 1. So this is 3 ways that you can make $100 this week. Number 1 is to sell the stuff you don't use. So anything that you don't use that is worth value, you want to sell it. And I'm going to give you some options for places for you to sell it. But you want to think about everything from top to bottom. If you have clothing, shoes, accessories, purses, personal care items like makeup, shampoos, conditioners, anything that you do not use, for those kind of things, make sure they're like unused. For clothing, it could be gently used clothing, right? So when it comes to clothing, if you have kids' clothes or kids' shoes, you or yours, look for a consignment shop before you just go to Goodwill and give it away, because you're not going to make nothing at Goodwill. But if you go to a consignment shop and they give you money for some of it, that could help. You can also sell your extra stuff yourself. Also, electronics, furniture. What else am I thinking about? Furniture, electronics. I'm trying to think everything that I've sold. Anything and everything that I'm not using, I have sold, right? Places that you can sell. First, in person, you can have a yard sale. You could have a garage sale that's right outside your house. You can do that, right? You can partner with your neighbors, your friends, your family. Y'all can say, hey, Saturday, let's just do a garage sale. Let's do a yard sale. We can set up tables, whatever, right? You can also go to a local flea market. Now, that may require you to invest $20, $30. But if you have a substantial amount of stuff, you may be able to make a couple $100. So invest in 20 or 30 is not as much. You can also do it with a friend or a family member. If you and one of your friends both have a lot of stuff to sell, and let's just say the table at the flea market is $40, you each pay $20 and you each get half of the table plus under the table and leave some stuff in your car. So as you sell, you can refill your table. If this makes sense, please give me some likes on TikTok and Instagram, and then give me some yeses. I see everyone on YouTube. Hi, Nicole, Ann, Tiffany, Nina, Isla, Miss T. I see all of y'all. Put money signs in the chat if you want to make $100 this week. So you could do the flea market, the garage sale, and then you can do online, right? So online, there's a ton of places depending on what you're selling. But you can sell, hold on, I messed up something. You can sell on Facebook Marketplace online. You can sell locally and you can ship things on Facebook Marketplace. You can sell on Craigslist. You know, it could be a little here and there, but there's a place for you to sell on Craigslist. There's things called Poshmark where you can sell on. Certain things you can sell on eBay. Okay. So there's a lot of online sites where you can sell and ship your products. And then Facebook Marketplace is a great place for you to sell things locally. You can also post on Instagram. You can post on pretty much any of your social media for people that are local to your city. If you are selling to people that you don't know, I always suggest meet in a public place. I used to meet people at the library. I used to meet people at the YMCA, and I used to meet people at Walmart whenever I was selling something. I sold a lot of Kinsley stuff. I have sold a little bit of my stockpile online, and it was always one of those three places during the daytime that I met them to sell. And it was either cash on delivery, or they PayPal'd me, or they Cash App'd me before they even got the product, and we met each other in the parking lot. So that is the first way that you can make $100 this week, is to sell the things that you are not using. Sell them, okay? Sell things that you are not using. Take 15 minutes and go around your house. What are some things that you are not using that are collecting dust that could help you get toward this goal of $100 in the next 7 days? Okay, that's the first one. Whew. The second way that can help you, or that you can make $100 this week, is to sell a service either in person or on social media, right? Remember a few days ago, I did a live where I was like, you only need 5 things to start making money. Well, if your goal is to make a quick $100, you just need a way to collect payment. If it's in person, people can pay you in cash. They can PayPal you. They can Venmo you. They can Cash App you. They can Zelle you. Do you see how easy it is for someone to give you money? If you have a Square reader, which is totally free, they just charge you a fee, you can swipe their card if you're seeing them in person. Does that make sense? And even if it's a digital purchase online, you can use PayPal. You can still use Zelle. You can use Venmo, and you can use Cash App to sell a service. Now, what do I mean by sell a service? Something that you can do for someone, right? I know our age ranges on here, but when desperate times call for desperate measures, you got to put in work, okay? So some of the services that you can do and anyone can do: babysit. If there's friends or family who need a date night or whatever, say, hey, I need to make some extra money. If you need a babysitter, this is what my rates are. This is what I can do for you, okay? I know some families like, oh, it needs to be free, but certain family members, it cannot be free. You're going to have to pay a little something, okay? Your girl's trying to make some money. Dog walking, right? If you're not afraid of dogs and you're not allergic, there's sites like care.com where you can put up a posting. You can become a service provider for dog sitting, house sitting, babysitting. You can do a background check and everything on that platform, and you can start getting clients immediately. Okay. You can also put a post out on your social media in your local area, in your local Facebook groups. Hey, I'm so and so. I've loved dogs. I've had dogs for 10 years. I'm looking to make some extra money, and for the next, month or so, I'm going to be walking dogs. If you need your dog walked within the 5-mile radius of this, zip code, whatever, hit me up. Email me. You need a free Gmail. Have them email you, set it up. Okay, you can walk dogs. You could also set yourself up the same way to run errands. If someone needs you to drop stuff off at the post office, at UPS, pick up their dry cleaning, because people still do dry cleaning. If people want you to take their laundry to wash and fold, you can also offer to do people's laundry, right? Look to see what the local laundromat is charging for wash and fold. Use within the same price, but maybe you can do pickup and delivery versus them dropping it off and you charge a little extra. Give me some likes if you're with me. Give me some yeses if you're with me. You can do people's laundry. If you have a washer and dryer at your house, you can do laundry for your friends and family, and they can just pay you as opposed to going to the laundromat. If you don't have a washer and dryer at home, you just make sure the price of the wash machines and dryers is included in your price. You just get the client's clothes, you go to the local laundromat, and you keep your money, right? These are things that you can do in real time. Post on social media to the friends and family you already have. Let them know, hey, if you don't need this service, share, because a friend or family that you know may need this service. Go into the local buy sell Facebook groups and say, hey, my name's Crystal, and I am I'm, making extra money this month and I'm doing laundry care. If you need a wash and fold service, I pick up and I deliver. Like, email me. That it's really that simple. But it starts with you putting yourself out there, letting you know that you have something for sale, right? I said run errands, so it can be laundry and running errands, whatever those errands may be, okay? Then you can also do virtual. I call this virtual assistant tasks. There are things that you can do for people's business and personally from home, okay? From your own electronic devices, a laptop or desktop computer preferably. You can do virtual assistant tasks. If someone has an email inbox with 20,000 emails, you can do email inbox management. Hey, I'm offering email inbox management for $60. I will go through your email and I will organize them all. I will delete the spam and I'll organize them in folders so you will know, your kids' school emails, any work emails you got on your personal, like whatever. You can organize people's emails. You can create automatic replies for them. Whatever. Email, if you're good with email, you can manage their inbox, and it could be project based where you do it once, or maybe they have you come in weekly to manage their inbox. You can organize people's Google Docs, their Google Drives, their iClouds, because those things be a hot mess and you need folders, especially for new and small business owners. I'm giving y'all some gold here, so I hope y'all are taking notes. I'm giving you gold, so I hope you are taking notes. Kinsley, call your dad. Okay. I'm giving y'all gold here, so I really hope that you're taking notes, okay? You could transcribe audio, podcasts, YouTube videos, really important TikTok videos, any audio that someone has that they want transcribed, coaching call sessions, and you can look to see how much are people charging, per minute to transcribe. And you could do that. You could reach out to business owners who have podcasts and say, hey, I'm starting a transcription business, and this is what I can do for you. You could reach out to business to be a Facebook group moderator. There's moderators out there for free, but when I tell you there's some Facebook groups where people get paid to moderate the Facebook groups, you never know. You can help people organize and respond and send out DMs. There's a lot of DM management going on, okay? So you can sell a service, whether in person or digital, or anything else that you come up with that you are really, really good at that people need help with, right? You can help moms create their schedules for homeschool. I'm a homeschool parent now and I'm figuring it all out, right? But if you've been homeschooling for 10 years, you could create a service where you help parents who homeschool create structure, right? Maybe you were a teacher for 15 years and now you want to do tutoring services. So where you can still, flex your teaching muscles, but you're not teaching in the classroom. Think about all of your skills that you have. What could someone pay you for that will save them time and save them money, even though they're paying you? Right? So again, today I'm sharing with you 3 ways you can make $100 this week. The first one was sell the stuff you don't use. The second one was to sell a service in person or online, right? Third way, I feel like this is the thing that everyone thinks of. You can pick up a gig. So you can sign up on a gig work website like Fiverr, InstaWork. You could sign up to do Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Lyft, all of those things. You can sign up. Now, with some of those gig works, there's referral bonuses. So if you have a friend or a family member who already does it, get their referral code. They'll get a bonus and you'll get a bonus for signing up. And then a lot of times, if you're brand new to gig work, they will give you extra incentives because you just started Instacarting or you just started DoorDashing, or you're brand new to Fiverr. They will give you sometimes, not all the times, they will give you some sort of promos for just starting out. All right. But that's also an easy way where you can just step into something that's already predetermined and make said $100. The key to all of this is if you want to make the money, you decide you're going to make your money, you figure out how you're going to make the money, then you go make the money. Because remember, we can't budget ourselves out of a deficit. If it costs you $2,000 a month to live and you only make $1,700, you'll never be able to budget that $300. You need to increase your income or decrease your expenses, right? So if increasing your income is really what you desire, this is a way to start, right? If you can make an extra $100 a week, bam, you filled your gap and you've got an extra $100 to spare. Nicole, I started a Facebook homeschool page and I'm working on creating some resources for other homeschool families. Amazing. Okay. So those are 3 ways you can make $100 this week. If you're like, Crystal, this sounds great. I want to dig into this even deeper. I want to make more than $100 per week. I am hosting a Side Hustle Society program. Y'all, this is a 3-month coaching program where I am going to help you create your side hustle from scratch and help you create consistent money. I'm going to help you make consistent money with your side hustle, right? It does not have to be one of these, but maybe you like Nicole, she might want to be able to create some sort of program for homeschool families, right? She has a homeschool page. She's been homeschooling her kids and her kids have autism. So she has a lot of amazing resources and a lot of amazing experience being a homeschool mom to multiple kids. You have 3 kids, right, Nicole, that you homeschool? 3 kids that she homeschools. It might be 4. I'm not mistaken. I know she has. I think it's 3, but she has multiple kids and multiple grade levels that she's homeschooling at once. So she can sell a course, a class, a program, a worksheet, a download to really help families get it all together. I mean, she gave me so much stuff in like 35 minutes. I was like, woo! It was so much that she gave me, but she was just rattling it off like she had it together when it came to homeschool. So that'll be an easy thing for her to jump into. She could have something super low cost to help new and families trying to figure out how to navigate that homeschool, right? You can do whatever you want to do. You can literally turn anything into a money making opportunity for yourself. So if you are interested in starting and scaling a side hustle, we start in November, and I'm very excited to work with you all to really make extra money and quite possibly have some of you turn your side hustle into your full-time gig. So I'm very excited for that. If you are interested in working with me for the next 3 months on your side hustle, all you have to do is shoot me an email, hello@christhemaximizer.com, and I will help you start your side hustle. Okay. Now, the 4th and bonus way that can help you make $100 this week. Are you ready? And I'm going to come back to yours in a second. Do a no spend week. I'm going to talk about this even more when I do how you can save $100 in a week. But a no spend week means you don't spend any money on anything that is not essential, right? Essential means for me is literally gas. I'm not spending money on groceries. I'm not spending money eating out. No, I can't go to happy hour unless it's something that's been predetermined for like over a month. I am not spending money on it. One time I was doing a no spend and my friend had a clothing boutique and I said, listen, I'll show up and I'll support you, but I'm not going to be able to buy until next month because I'm on a no spend. Okay. So no spend means no spending, no clothes, no shoes, no Amazon. Unless it's a life or death emergency, we are not spending money. And the key is for this type of no spend, you want to take all the money that you would usually spend and put it to something that's more important. So if that's your emergency fund, if that's your vacation fund at the time, because maybe your vacation is in 3 weeks, if it's for you to do a new investment, whatever is most important. If you usually spend $25 a week on Starbucks, you take that $25 and you reallocate it to what's important. If you usually buy lunch twice a week and you spend $25 a week on lunch, take that $25 and put it towards something useful. If you randomly buy stuff from Amazon and you usually spend like $75 a week on Amazon, take that $75 and put it towards something useful. But the point of a no spend is for whatever time you determine, a day, a week, a month, you don't spend any money unless it's absolutely an emergency or absolutely essential. That's your bonus. And when I do how to save $100 in a week, I'm definitely going to be reiterating the no spend. The no spend is so important. I watched Jordan Page and they do shelf timber where they only give themselves like $35 a week for groceries. And then it's all about eating down everything that you have. Well, I can tell y'all, we've been eating down a lot. We did it. And then we've restocked for 2.5 months. And now I'm like, up, eat down again. We're down to our last box of cereal, which I can't tell you the last time I only had one box of cereal. Even when we moved, I feel like we moved with more than one box of cereal. But Kinsley wasn't here for 4 months. And then she came back, and I did have like 6 boxes of cereal, and we've blown through it, right? We've blown through the cereal in the past like 5 weeks that she's been back. And I think one box was expired in the back, right? So we're eating down and really realizing that there were times, me personally, I'm guilty of this, where we would just go and buy stuff without we would go and buy new stuff without eating what we already had. I'm going to give you a perfect example. My fault and kind of Bay's fault. So I went to go get us ice cream. It was buy one, get one free at Publix because Kinsley and I are having movie night, right? Bay is cooking dinner. He tells me to get an onion. I get the onion without even thinking. We have a whole bag of onions in the fridge. So as I'm pulling into the driveway, I'm like, we have a whole bag of onions. Like, why did he tell me to get an onion? And why did I get an onion without thinking about it? So we get in the house and I'm like, hey, there's onions. He's like, where? The night before, I was cutting an onion. In the very middle of it was brown. But I didn't throw the onion away, y'all. I was cutting around the brown part because I was like, this is still a good onion. I'm not about to waste it. So in his mind, he was thinking that was the only onion left because he would have threw the whole onion away probably, or at least half of it. But he was thinking that was the only onion left. And instead of him looking in the refrigerator to see that we had 5 other onions, he just told me to grab an onion for his dinner that he was cooking. So I spent $2.50 on an onion, and it's making me upset, right? So when we do a no spend, we don't do stuff like that. If we're out of onions, we don't buy it. We use onion powder, or we figure out another way than buying it. That was the whole point of that. The point of that was when we're out of something, we improvise until it's time for us to grocery shop again. And then we have clearly defined, like, we grocery shop at certain times of the month so that we aren't doing this. And I probably shouldn't have went to the store because when I went to Publix, I ended up spending $21 because Kinsley was like, Mommy, get the cones. But, it was our movie night treat. And I didn't get her to the park today. So I was like, all right, we'll have movie night and we'll do the park tomorrow because I had an interview and stuff today. So whatever. But the point is, when you do a no spend, it allows you to see what you have and how to be creative with the food and things that you do have. And you don't have to do a 1 month no spend. Start off with 5 days and then see if you can do 7 days and then see if you can do 2 weeks. Then eventually do a whole month. And you don't double up. You just go back to your spending. You don't double up before and you don't double up after. All right. So again, 3 ways for you to make $100 this week. Sell stuff that you don't use. Sell a service to friends or family members or on social media. Pick up a gig. And then the fourth and bonus tip is to do a no spend where you don't spend any money. Anne said, I've got a transcription business. I'm not crazy about transcription like I thought I'd be, so I'm not looking for clients. But Crystal's right when she said it's a way to bring in money. Absolutely. Hey, Lydia. So many places to save money, so little to save. Nicole says I took your side hustle program last year and it was amazing. Yes, she did. So yeah, if you're interested in working with me to start your side hustle, the program starts on November 3rd. All you have to do is email me and or DM me and we can get a conversation started. I would love to help you start your side hustle and make consistent money. I'm going to stay on for like 2 minutes for questions and then I'm going to go so me and Kinsley can have our ice cream and watch Twitches too. And have a little bit of a hangnail. Any questions before I go? My eyes a little itchy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm saving myself to spend $35 a week on groceries now that I'm shopping at Walmart. Maybe I can make it happen. You can. But even for a single person, and around $50 a week is good because that's about $200 a month. But if you have some things already, like if you have things in your freezer, you have things in your pantry, then $35 a week can absolutely work. What do you mean on a cell phone? You mean on actually buying a cell phone or your cell phone plan? Because that's a very vague question. That's fine. So the biggest way to save on your plan is to shop around. Have a list of the things that you need that are non-negotiable, and then the things that you're kind of flexible on, and then shop around, right? If you're not locked into any contract, look and see what Sprint has, look and see what AT&T has, see what AT&T prepaid has, because that's a little bit cheaper when you own your phone, right? Look and see if you have Metro, PCS, whatever the cell phone companies are in your area. Compare the plans. If you own your phone and it's unlocked and you can take it to anyone, whatever's the cheapest, you can go back to your company and say, hey, I'm moving to XYZ company because they're for the same thing that I'm getting with you. Over here, it's $120 a month. Over there, it's $80 a month. So I'm leaving. Sometimes they'll match it and sometimes they'll be like, okay, go ahead. It's just that simple. So it's all about you just shopping around. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thanks, Nicole. You're so welcome. I mean, when I'm spending $3. Yep. Yes, my income is a little bit too much based on my taxes, so they won't give us no free internet over here. Would be nice. But yeah, no. I wish. Yep, 99-cent veggies instead of $2.50 for sure. So yeah, it's all about shopping around. But that same tactic works for car insurance, for pretty much everything. You have to shop around to see what's cheaper. Oh, yes. And you can start the no spend any day. Just don't double up or anything before. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to be spending for 2 weeks, so I need to buy extra. No. Like you can literally go and be like, I'm doing a no spend starting tonight. So from today until Thursday, I'm not spending any money. Let's eat what we have. Or you can say from today until Friday, we're not spending any money. Like you can just wake up and decide it and then force yourself to creatively use what you already have. Not as much. I'm actually now getting my fruit from Aldi and a little bit from Walmart, but mostly from Aldi now. Excuse me, mostly from Aldi. Especially because with my family be hooking us up with food stamps, I try to always get my frozen food when we do get food stamps. So that way, I don't have to worry about paying for that out of pocket. Because my family be hooking us up. Speaking of which, my mama gonna give us some food stamps tomorrow. Yes. The frozen mix at Walmart is top tier. Yes, but I found that at Aldi's it's about 50 cents cheaper per bag than at Walmart. Yeah, but sometimes you switch cell phone companies. Gotcha. I have been with AT&T and I know I'm paying more than I probably should, but I've been with AT&T since I got my iPhone 4, which has probably been 2009 when I got my own plan with AT&T. So I've been with AT&T since 2009. I've never changed. I know they're probably ripping me off at this point, but I don't want to change. I love strawberry, peach, mango. Yep. And I also make my own mixes too. But strawberry banana is my number one favorite. Smoothie. I had one of those this morning for breakfast. And then when I want to be spicy, I have strawberry banana and tequila and make a margarita. Yes, you can check that too, Anne. Okay, any other questions before I go? I also want to tell y'all that the retreat video, it's processing HD now. It's about time. I'm going to work on the thumbnail. But my God, the video was in 4K and it would not come from my phone to my laptop, which was irking the hell out of me. So, and then we went back out and then we just came back and I finally was like 1080p. I don't even care about it not being in 4K now. And now it finally just uploaded to YouTube. So now I just have to make the thumbnail. And I'm going to put the video to go out first thing tomorrow morning. I wanted it to go out tonight. I could probably send it out tonight. But let me see. Sunday used to always be my best day for videos. But I haven't posted on a Sunday in a while. So I don't know if that's going to still be the best day for me. Let's see. Content. If Sunday's still my best day to post. Post? Because it used to tell you the best day to post. It used to tell you. I have to see if Sunday's still my best day to post. It used to tell me. Oh, I think it's in this. Maybe it don't tell you no more. Because it used to tell me. Oh, here it is. It says if I post, my best upload time is Sunday at 5. So maybe I'll schedule the video for Sunday at 5. And then my best day to go live is, Monday at 7. So my best days to go live are between 7 and 8. And that's usually what I do. Based on TubeBuddy. Which is fine. So Sunday at 5 is still my best time. So maybe I'll do that. That's what I do. I'll post it for Sunday, but I'll probably post it in the morning. So I'll get it ready for Sunday because it's still processed in HD. No, 4K, it just looks a little bit better. Do you have any advice about that? Yes. Advice about what? Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Tarisha. I'm like, advice about what? And I put some cran apple in here, and it was damn good, but I drank it all. I'm like, I need to go get some more. Yeah, Stacy, advice about what before I go? All right, so if you want to work with me in Side Hustle Society, shoot me an email. If you need help with saving money, you can also shoot me an email or check out my YouTube channel. I don't see a comment. All I see is the no spend out of the pantry. I don't see any other comment. What is a margarita smoothie? Yeah, Stacy, I don't see any other comment besides the one about eating from the pantry. So basically, I always would make smoothies. And then I also liked margaritas, right? So I realized one day, instead of using water in my Teamy Blends greens, I literally just used the same fruit that I would use for a frozen margarita. That I would use for a frozen smoothie. I put that in my blender. My liquid is tequila and margarita mix versus water and Teamy greens. So I blend that up and then there's my margarita. So I just make my frozen margaritas with frozen fruit and I don't use ice. Whereas before I would use ice and margarita mix. And then I was like, why don't I just use the fruit? Or I would use a lot of ice and then a little bit of fruit. And I was like, I'll just make it like a smoothie. So yeah. Stacy, if you want advice, let me know because I don't see any other comment besides the pantry. And I don't know what kind of advice you want about the pantry besides eat what you have. Don't buy anything else. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I've also done a wine smoothie before. So I've done it like that and then put wine in it. Ooh, that was real good. That was really good. Nope, and it doesn't get watered down at all because it ain't no water in there. Ain't no water in there. It's all frozen fruit. You can tell. You can also empty ingredients you have on the website. Yep, you can do that as well. Absolutely can do that. All right, y'all, we're about to go. So I can go watch Twitches too with my kid. Any last minute questions before we go? Oh, I used to get food stamps when I moved in with my boyfriend. They took them away from me. Oh, no. I understand. Also, Bay is disabled, so he gets food stamps since we're not legally married yet. He still gets his food stamps because he's disabled. So he gets them. And then some people in my family, my mom gets them as well. So they be hooking us up. Some comments were filtered. I hate when they filter the comments because, like, what did they say? Show me those comments. At least on YouTube, they let all the ratchet comments come out. And like once upon a time, they took his away and gave it back. And when he got his unemployment, so they go up and down and up and down. Yes, but there's a lot to the situation, so I'm not gonna go into that on the internet. So yes to that. Yes to that. And then also no to that for where we live. Yeah, like he doesn't have school age kids. He doesn't have any kids actually, biologically. But yeah, it's a complicated situation that we won't get into in the internet with the whole disability and unemployment, and it's just a lot. The whole thing is a lot. But I'm grateful because, as someone who's worked for and paid taxes since I've been paying taxes. I was under the table for a year, but I've been paying taxes since I was 15. The only thing the good government has ever given me is WIC. And I got WIC for 3 years with Kinsley. And I thought I wouldn't because I made too much money. But it was like, I've paid into the system and I'm going to take anything that they give me. Stimulus checks. If I qualify for food stamps, you better bet your bottom dollar I will be there getting them, because it's not the handout of it. It's I've been paying into this for 15 years. I pay my taxes every year, right? I've paid into the system. If I can get a little something, I will. You best believe I filled out for my student loan forgiveness. If you got student loans, go fill out. Give me my 20,000 expeditiously. Then it'll take me down to 80. I won't have 6 figures anymore, right? I don't know what a CVS food stamps glitch is. I do not do glitches, but yes, you can use food stamps at CVS. You've always been able to use food stamps at CVS, to my knowledge. We've used food stamps at CVS and Walgreens. So I don't know anything about a glitch. Yeah. So the only thing that I did not get fully was that pandemic EBT, because I was in Maryland when it happened, but I was a resident of Florida. So for some reason, I did not get it. I was a resident, but I was physically in Maryland, and I didn't have an official Florida address at that time. So that's the only thing that I didn't really get. But anything else that they're giving out, I don't even, you know what, y'all? This is another controversial topic that some people don't understand. If you have been a tax-paying citizen, I feel like the stimulus check was them giving me my money back, because with my corporate job, I was paying over $10,000 in taxes a year. And I did that for about 4 or 5 years. And that's just with my corporate job. So when I was making half of that money, let's just say I was paying $5,000 to $6,000 a year in taxes. That was my average from the time I was probably like 20 until I got that job when I was 26, right? So them giving us total, what do we get? Even with my kid, I think total we probably got like 3,000 in stimulus checks. You just giving me back my money that I didn't pay into the government. You gave me back money that I paid for. Unless they gave us like 30, 40,000, then it starts to be like a surplus. But honestly, if you are a tax paying citizen, if you've been paying taxes, they was just giving you some of your own money back. Because honestly, after stimulus and after tax refund, I would rather have more money throughout the year anyway, personally, right? Especially when you're in a 9 to 5. Like I was $500-$600 a week in taxes when I had my corporate job, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to lie to y'all. I'm trying to think how much my taxes was looking like, because I was bringing home $1,100 a week. So my gross was somewhere around like $1,800, maybe 19. Because my insurance was 100 something a week. Yeah, I think $400 or $500 a week was in taxes taken away from me. Right? I mean, technically, James, we done already paid for it, right? It's BS. So when I was paying $2,000 a month in taxes, that was one little stimulus check for me and Kinsley. It's just my money they give it right back to me. I paid well over $60,000 in taxes since I've been working, right? So that little couple of $1,000s that they gave me and that ain't nothing. You just giving me my money back. You just giving me my money back. That's it. So anyway, when the government is handing out something, I will gladly take it. And no, I don't see it as a handout. I see it as you giving me some of my money back that I done paid into it. Right? Rightfully so. Anyway, this topic has gone all the way left and right. Yeah. If you've been working, they just giving us our money back. That's why I'm like, y'all like everybody should get a little bit of food stamps. Like if you pay taxes every year, everybody should be getting some sort of food stamps. Like you shouldn't have to always be below the poverty line because the middle class doesn't get anything. And even when I did have a job making $75,000 a year, I was still technically middle class. And $1,000 a week sounds great, but when you have a car payment, car insurance, daycare, between daycare and my rent, it was almost $1,800 a month between daycare and rent. Because daycare was $150 a week. Yeah. Daycare was $150 a week. And I was on the low end because Kinsley was like MVPK. That's $600 a month just in daycare. Plus $1,200, $1,100 in rent plus utilities. $2,000 was just for us to live with internet, with lights, and daycare. That was half of my money. That didn't include my car payment, car insurance, internet, food. None of that was included. So like $1,000 a week sounds like a lot. But when you have rent and daycare back then, that's what my two biggest bills were, rent and daycare. Daycare was more than my car payment. Then I didn't have a car payment anymore, so that was nice. So y'all know, it sounds, even still, like going home with $4,000 a month sounds good. And I was good. I wasn't ever behind or anything, but that was still like I had to save for months to go on vacation, right? Or thankfully I started making money from YouTube, so I had a little extra something, but it always looks nice. And that can also be relative, right? If you're in a place where your rent is $500 or $600 a month for whatever reason, because that happens for people, and you only take home $2,000, $2,000 sounds like a lot. But when your rent is $600, you're already down to $1,400. And even if you don't have a car payment, you have car insurance. Everybody has a phone. Everybody needs internet. Everybody got to pay electricity, and everybody got to eat. So that 2,000 goes fast. I didn't even say if you had a kid. This is just for a single person, right? So it all sounds good and looks good, but your bills are relative, and people always like find somewhere cheaper. Like there really isn't anywhere cheaper, right? Even the projects are filled up. If you don't have your Section 8 in place right now, if you are not in income-based housing, or what's the housing called where the fixed rate housing, it's very hard to find a place that's anywhere less than like $1,000 that is not roach infested, pow 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 every day. Yeah, my current rent is $1,900. It is. It's $1,900. But if we would have went into an apartment, y'all, the apartment was like over $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment. So why would we pay that when we can just pay this? Right, $1,800 subsidized. So think about it. They're probably charging people $3,000 for the regular rates. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. And then they want you to make 3 times that. So you need a take home of around 4,000, And that's the thing. I was just literally talking to Bay. I was like, I need to sign another 2-year lease for this, right? Because again, security deposit, first month's rent, plus you got to pay this rent, movers, time to move, food to move. Because that week of moving, that's the time where nobody's cooking, because we're packing up from this house and we're moving into that house. For about a week and a half, we got to eat out because it's that. So it costs $2,500 just to move, right? With everything that you have to pay. So I was like, SHIT, we just gonna have to sign another lease here. and don't move until we buy a house. It is what it is, because I'm like, if we have to move and we move somewhere, and let's say the rent goes from 19 to 18, that $100 a month is $1,200 of the year we're going to save. But we're going to spend about $2,500 to move. We're still negative about $1,200. It don't make sense to move. So Lord, let them say, yes, you can stay for another 2 years, because it doesn't make sense. It's hard out here for it is hard out here for people. Yep, it can always get worse. I could always have to move back to Maryland again, and that would be the pits. So I'm like, you know what, Lord, just keep me, just help me. Help me stay sane. Help me, make the money. Help me, bring value to my people. Help me make the sales. Help me make the impact so that I can keep doing this, because it's hard. It is not easy. And some people, like, you make it look so easy. Like, it is not easy. Sleepless nights, tears, days where I make $0. Weeks where sometimes my pay is like nothing. So it is so hard. It is really hard. Well, I imagine the rent's gonna go up a little bit each year. Understood. You ready? Can you go turn on Disney Plus and see if you can? I know. Go turn on Disney Plus and see if you can find Twitches too. And I'm coming. But all right, I hope this was helpful. I know we went off on a little bit of tangent, but I hope me ranting and us chatting helped you realize that it's hard out. It's hard out here, and it's real out here, and just being as intentional with the money that you have is what is going to help you go forward. Right? Again, we cannot budget our way out of a deficit, but we can budget what we have to keep ourselves afloat till the next payday, until the next time. Right? That's what I want to leave you with. And know that you are not alone in, and I don't even want to call it a struggle, but you are not alone in your management journey, right? You are not alone feeling like you want more, or there's not enough for you to do what you want, right? Just stay focused, manage what you have in the best way possible, and keep moving forward and keep looking for ways to make additional money to help yourself come up out. But if you have a 9-to-5 already, you have a steady income, and you're looking for a way to make more, I would love to have you as a part of the Side Hustle Society. Okay. I switched my cable and alarm, and I'm saving over $100 a month. Love that. So I am going to do a live next week on how to save $100 in a week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing my side hustle saved my life, and we're going to have a nice little probably hour chit chat about how side hustle turned into my main hustle, and how I was able to get fired and step right into it and create a multiple 6-figure business. Now, multiple 6 figures in the past 3.5 years. I haven't had a fully 6-figure year. The closest I've gotten so far is 89,000 in 1 year, which was last year, which was completely blew me away. So this year was a little bit slower than I anticipated, but I still have hope that in these last 3 months I can really get to the 6 figures. But Lord willing, next year will be my first year where I make 6 figures in 1 year. But I've made 89, I've made 60, I've made 70 something. So I've made multiple 6 figures over 3 years. I'm just waiting for my 1 6-figure year. Wow. Do I still have to pay taxes? Yes. You will pay taxes, but when you have a side hustle or a business, you can just put it on your personal taxes. Like, I just do one tax return for Crystal and Krista Maximizer, and I have a sheet that's for Krista Maximizer, and I have a sheet for Crystal. So if you are interested in working with me in the Side Hustle Society, I am Divinely Chosen. I just followed you. Just shoot me a message. Do you know how to message on TikTok? just send me a message and say, hey, I want to work with you. And I will call you on either tomorrow if you have time or Monday. And we can chat about the side hustle that you want. And we can chat about my program, the Side Hustle Society. It's a 3-month program where I'm going to help you create a side hustle from scratch and help you to create consistent money with that side hustle. Okay. So all you have to do is send me a message, or you can email me. My email is hello@KrysTheMaximizer.com. hello@KrysTheMaximizer.com. Okay. And the good thing about your side hustle is that, yes, you pay taxes, but you can lower your taxable income with your expenses, right? You can lower your taxable income. And then also, you paying for coaching with me, you can write that off as education. I write off my coaching as education. So that way, that also lowers your taxable income as well. So I am divinely chosen. You can just shoot me a message and we can chat. Okay. Any other questions before I go? All right, y'all, I'm gonna go and watch this movie with my kid. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about my side hustle saved my life. My live will be later in the evening tomorrow as well, probably around this time again. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time. Excuse me, bye.